Trinity on Track. Now, this is the fourth book in Fiona Snyckers the Trinity series and the sequel to Team Trinity, and the other two titles, Trinity Rising and Trinity on Air, follow respectively. Now, in this page-turning teen novel, Fiona touches on issues of teen pregnancy and complex and painful choices that teenagers face today as we follow the journey of Trinity Luhabe as she returns to school for the second term of grade 10, determined to solve this mystery. Now, without giving too much away, let's now welcome to this conversation the author of this thrilling read, Fiona Snyckers. Fiona, very good morning to you and welcome.
Good morning. Thank you so much.
Well, for those who may not know what this is all about, what is this series all about?
It's about a young woman called Trinity Luhabe. She's a mixed-race girl, and she's trying to negotiate life in South Africa. She's going through the school process and also the university process, and just she and her friends trying to negotiate living as a teenager in modern South Africa.
Yeah. Let's first unpack who Trinity is. Who really is she, and how did you develop this character from your previous book?
In many ways, she's a very privileged young woman. Her father is a billionaire. He's a mining magnate. She's always grown up with immense privilege. She's not always aware of how privileged she is, but she has a very good heart. And that good heart means that she can't stop from stepping in when her friends need her. And in this particular book, Trinity on Track, her friends need her in a particular way because one of them discovers that she's pregnant and it's an unwanted pregnancy, and Trinity helps her go through the process of dealing with this.
What inspired the continuation of this character from the first book? Was there perhaps a cliffhanger after the first book?
Yes, some readers were actually quite annoyed with me for leaving the previous book, Team Trinity, on such a cliffhanger, because Trinity has met this boy by the name of Jim Gray, who helps her in Team Trinity. And by the end of the book, she's realized that she's the only person who's ever seen him. And she realized he's actually somebody who died at the school many years ago. Yeah. And that is the mystery that she's trying to unravel in this book. Who was Jim Gray? How did he die? And why did he die?
Now, Trinity has just started school at the Brentwood College. So how does the story unfold from there?
Well, in Team Trinity, she was at boarding school at Brentwood. But in Trinity on Track, she's back living at home again. But the school is very much the locus for all the adventure that takes place. Yeah. It's the place where Jim Gray died. It's the place where this pregnancy has taken place, and the girls have to sort themselves out very much within that school environment.
Well, Trinity seems to be caught up in the past and the present, and now here's the role of Jim Gray, whom we just mentioned. Now, how does Jim Gray feature, and what kind of role or impact did he have on Trinity?
Well, 50 years ago, something happened to Jim Gray, and Trinity and her friends find an old diary, a 50-year-old diary that they are able to read just page by page as the story unfolds for them. And there are strong parallels, especially regarding the theme of teen pregnancy, between the two narratives, the narrative from 50 years ago and the story that's unfolding today.
It gets interesting because there's also Trinity's friends, Yal and Nosipho. Just who are these characters, and how do their characters unfold in this book? What kind of value do they add?
Well, Lael has always been Trinity's best friend. We see her through all 4 novels. And Nosipho is a girl that she was boarding with when she was still in boarding school. And Nosipho is the one who is dealing with this unwanted pregnancy. Yeah.
So where do we see Trinity's journey heading to from here?
Well, after this, she carries on at university, and that story is told in one of the sequels, which is Trinity Rising. And then in Trinity on Air, we see her moving back to Joburg and getting her first job, actually working in media.
Well, where will the story end, or will it ever end?
I think as long as people are buying the books and want to read more about Trinity, I'll keep writing them.
Okay, so you basically love to keeping us in suspense.
Definitely, yes.
So where can you get hold of copies of this book?
They're available at all good bookstores, exclusive books, the independent bookstores. It's basically everywhere at the moment.
Is it a life story that you know of, or what really inspired us?
It's very much based on I mean, I have teenage children of my own. It's very much based on stories that are happening at the moment. It's based in reality, even though Trinity, because she is so privileged, is in many ways a fantasy character. But the stories that the girls are dealing with are very much based in contemporary reality.
Yeah, and I suppose that it also underscores the complexities that each and every teenager goes through in their daily lives. So what's the underlying message? What is it that you want us to take away after reading this book?
Just that teenagers have far more choices than they used to. The story of 50 years ago shows a girl totally trapped by her circumstances.
Yeah.
The contemporary story shows that she has options, she has choices, she can make her own decisions about her own body and her own life.
You know what, I really love suspense. So yeah, keep on writing.
Thank you.
We thank you for your time. That was author of the Trinity series, Fiona Snyckers, and she has been speaking to us about her recently released fourth title of the series called Trinity on Track. You can also join us for our Sunday book feature to talk about some of the books that you're currently reading or have read, whether you are a lone reader or belong to a certain book club out there. Just send us some of your favorite picks. All you have to do is to email, Facebook or tweet us a picture of the book with a relevant caption by using our social media platforms. You can use our Twitter handle at Morning Live SABC or hashtag Morning Live SABC. You can also slide into our DMs or send us a message on Facebook.